yet, if you're joining us, today is Tuesday Fun Day, and I am excited to be here with you. Yes, I am. I have been going all day. Do you ever have one of those days that you're like, oh, today will be great? And I schedule everything and it takes longer and it's forever. Y'all, just forever. That's what it is. And it's a blessing. It was all good stuff. But goodness gracious, did my day take a long turn of events. I'm just going to check that it's here. If you're joining us live, make sure you let me know if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Comment where you're joining in from, what state, what country, what anything. So let's see here. I am going to share it because sharing is caring, and sharing is something free that you can do to create with us. And it really is priceless. If you guys don't know the algorithms, you know, here we go. Algorithm requires us to interact. And so when you share, that's how you care. And oh, you can hear me, so that's good. Let's just double check this channel. I need to get my point where my daughters are doing this for me. We will get there. We will get those girls there. And, but I have a daughter who, oh, I see you guys are watching. Can you hear me? I hope that you can. Super great. Look like you, yep. Awesome. So, hey, Tracy. Hello, YouTube, Michigan. Hello, girl. What's up? So I have the best card today for you guys. And so I had, let's see, today was my nail appointment. I got some really cute little chocolate brown fingernails and manicure, dental appointment with my daughter, grocery shopping, where I came home with over 200 pounds of ground beef, or of meat, not just ground beef, but of meat. There you go. Appointment with a construction guy. Oh my gosh, like the balls are in the air. And I created and we're ready to go. And it will be posted live on my blog as soon as we are done here videoing. So all the measurements and everything are on there with all of the supplies. If you're catching this, you want to go there because this is the coolest fold ever. So I'm just double trying to see, is it come across straight or it's asking me if I want Super Bowl? No, I don't. My husband probably does. The Rams aren't in. Okay, so it's straight. I never know because when I look at my thing, it looks backwards, but it's not backwards for you guys, right? It's not backwards for you. Okay. It looks like it's not. Okay, so this is a really cool accordion card that will go just like this. And there's no waste, but it's featuring one of my favorite designer series papers, only available for a limited time. This is our Celebration Most Adored Designer Series paper, where it's full of stunning gold foil. Did you see that? It's like a explosion of confetti. I don't know if it's translating. I hope it is. And it is super pretty. We're using the Most Adored bundle. We'll be featuring that in our upcoming one-day retreat. I have an online and an in-person version. I have two in-persons. I have an in-person in California and I have an in-person in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So there you go. And then you can join online if you want as well. So I'm going to show you how to create this right now with no muss, no fuss, and no waste. So we're going to take one of these beautiful designer series papers. Now, I did pick this one, and it has this gorgeous plaid behind it. I'm a huge plaid lover. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and plaid is our thing. And so we're going to go ahead and create it right now. So let's turn around. There we go. Look at my work surface. Okay. So we're going to come up with my stunning glass mat. If you'd like to get your hands on these stunning glass mats, and they're for free, available for a limited time, make sure that you do so. Let me know. You can join our Getting Crafty family and jump in on that great deal. If you don't want the glass mat, you can get an extra $30 in free product right now, only during Celebration. I joined 18 years ago, you guys. 18 years ago this week, I believe. And I haven't looked back since. I mean, there was actually a season where I thought Stampin' Up dropped me and I dropped them, but really it was just a matter of me needing to really submit to the Lord, I think. This paper is stunning. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And then each side is packed with color on the back. So if you're like me, you love to use your designer series paper, but you might hoard it. Hello, that's my story of my life. Look at that stunning paper. And if you hoard it, don't do that. You're going to get more paper, and then your husband's going to find out what you did. and he's going to find out all the paper that you have. And then if you're like me, don't tell your husband to sell it for what, well, actually tell your children so that he doesn't sell it for what you told him you paid for it. Is that what we say? No, maybe it's just me. I adore the little hearts. I love Valentine's Day. People think that that's not really a holiday. I just think it's an amazing excuse to show some love. And if I could, in this world, I would love to make people feel loved and appreciated. So much color. This is a fabulous way to feature all of our designer series paper, both sides. And this is free right now. With every $50 purchase that you make, you can get the specialty designer series paper for free. That's one of the reasons why when I joined Stampin' Up, I was like, shut the front door. They're giving this all away. I had 2 weeks. I signed up for Stampin' Up 2 weeks before giving birth to my daughter. So you know what that means? My daughter is turning 18 in just 3 weeks, you guys. Brutal, painful. Don't say it's true. It's a beautiful blessing when your children do this. Now, all of these measurements are already on my blog, so you guys will be able to see them this evening. It'll actually be posting at just about 9 o'clock this evening. So we're going to take that first fold and we're going to fold that in using your bone folder to make a firm impression. Now, did you know this thing about our bone folders? They come from Stampin' Up, which is the Stampin' Up logo, and I love them. But it's not what I'm talking about. I like to raise it 45 degrees. This is considered a simple tool. Simple tools are a tool that's foundational and when you're crafting so that you can get the most out of it. By lifting it, going flat, you have less power. You really do. By lifting it 45 degrees, you apply a ton more pressure. I think it's a ton. Oh, Ina Bear. Hello, you and Tracy. It's good to see you guys. And so make sure that when you're using your bone folder that you lift it from 45 degrees angle, and you do not need to push really hard, especially when you have this glass surface behind this. It's going to have you give that good clean surface to emboss on. Now we're going to take that second piece and we're going to fold it in. No, we're going to fold it out like this. And so here we have this gorgeous, isn't this paper stunning? I am very partial to metallics. Again, a child of the 80s and 90s. And then we're going to fold it here. We're creating a little Z fold, but it's not going to stay that way, my sisters. No way. Now, I have 2 lives that I do every Tuesday, if you guys didn't know that. And so my second live is for our Getting Crafty family. And today is our Creative Connection. So I don't know if you saw that email I sent to our Getting Crafty family, but we will be making 4 stunning cards this evening. So there is that. What? Oh, it's telling me about that live. How funny. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so we have this little, it should look like this when you're done. Do you see that? See how easy that is? So easy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here and we're going to close it up. I like to use the tear tape for this procedure. This is one of those tapes. If you guys know your adhesives, this is the time to use your tear tape right here. There, and then snip, and then I use the side of my bone folder when I am doing adhesive to make sure that it has a nice firm connect with the paper. So often you can see little bubbles or where you didn't push it down very well, and this is going to help you have a much firmer impression on your card. Now, this is so easy, my friends. This is a great way to get 2 vivacious, vibrant, beautiful, well-patterned cards that are easy to use with your designer series paper, each sheet. So pick your papers. Actually, this is a great one to use up if you don't like a piece. Did you know that? So we're going to push this back just like so. And we're going to give it a good rub-a-dub-dub. 2 fish in the tub. I don't think that's what it is. I don't know what that saying really is, but there you go. So now we've created a little trifold like that. Does that make sense, my friends? If you're like me, you have a huge stockpile of designer series paper. Use it up. Send this to your friends and family. Use it for Galentine's Day. What is Galentine's Day? That's a Valentine's Day for the gal pals in your life. People don't always get Valentine's Day cards, and this is a great way to send some encouragement and love without any effort. Just a little TLC goes a long way. It really does. Okay, so we have this here. Now, this one here, I did cut down the basic white cardstock from my original plan, and there's a reason why. I'm going to end up embossing the real red cardstock right here, and you're like, really, is it necessary? But you can see it, you can feel it, and it's just a little difference when we go through. And this is my tip on this back sheet here. Do not apply the basic white until you've written on the card, because this is embossing behind it, and we're going to use Stampin' Dimensional adhesive for some depth. And so it does make it harder to write. And that's really important when you're writing a card. But what you can do is include, say we're giving this to somebody as a gift collection. You could make like 4 cards, give it to somebody. What a great gift. And just include a little sheet of dimensionals that they can apply after they're done writing. It's just worth it, my friends. It really is. Okey-doke. So now here, I'm actually going to take 3 of our basic whites, and I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch on 2 sides here. Let's just do that. Right here. Because I didn't trim it down. I was playing with it when I was getting ready. And then I blogged it and I ran back up here. I feel like so victorious when I can blog something and then get back online with you guys. Oop, I am super fly. Not really. There we go. This is going to still fit enough to write, enough to decorate, but it's going to allow that real red to pop. Now we have these 3 sheets. Set them aside. All the measurements for this, and this exact measurement, not the larger one, is on my blog this evening. So don't miss out on that. Okay. Now we have this here and we have that. We're going to set them to the side. I'm going to put it to my right. If you ask me, that's where it's at, friends. To the right, Tracy. You can do that. Whoever's joining us live, make sure you comment and let me know where you're joining from. Share, if you haven't already, what a priceless gift that is. Now we're going to grab my cut and emboss machine, and we're grabbing the Adoring Hearts. Our cut and emboss machine comes with everything that you need to create. And if you didn't know, it folds closed to sit carefully on your shelf. I like the satisfying snap as well. Using it on my glass mat's not going anywhere, not easily. And so I can craft here and nothing's going to move around. Look, I am like giving it some love, but I can move the glass mat here this way. There you go. Now we're going to do 3 sheets of the real red cardstock. Again, this measurement is on my blog as well at gettingcrafty.net. Now, let's go ahead, remove this embossing folder. It gives you the recipe on the embossing folder, embossing platform of what you need to do for each level. And it describes it in detail, my friends. So I am a little persnickety about certain things. I told one of my friends, Sabrina, before we ever met, and she thought I was so funny because when she met me, she thought I was a Cinderella Disney character. And you wonder why. Let me explain to you what that means. When she and I spoke, we had a phone talk. We were meeting with a friend, and we were homeschooled together. So we were going to meet in person. And she called me, and where we lived in California, I had a dog that sounded like a cow. She would moo in her sleep. She would stretch and she was loud. She was a St. Bernard mix, and St. Bernard and German Shepherd. Now, what I did was I split this down the middle so that it's really balanced. Is it necessary? No. Am I a little persnickety about weird things? Yes. That's that A-type hippie. Anyway, I told that description to my friend, who's actually still one of my dearest friends, Sabrina, and she could not understand what I meant by an A-type hippie. And the truth is, I am very casual about a lot and not casual about other. I'm A-type about some things, and I'm also loosey-goosey about others. Let's see here. I really want to embrace much of the hearts. It's so silly because this is not even necessary, but it's gotten a little quirk in my head. It could be my ADHD-style dyslexia. Did you know that dyslexia and ADHD partner together to mimic each other, but dyslexia is a right brain and ADHD is a left brain issue. So they actually aren't the same, in case you didn't know that, just in case. I'm going to set aside my cut and emboss machine back here. And we're going to take this out. This is the quickest card, my friends. You are going to create a ton of these. And I encourage you, when you're making this, now you can deboss, see how that goes in, and you can emboss. I am going to put the embossed piece on the front, but because this is an interactive card, I want to remind you of what that looks like. You'll see bits and pieces, but when you turn it over, you will see the other side, which I love, love, love so much. This is going to make a dynamic card, and it does stand perfectly on your shelf, just like so. Isn't that fabulous? I know. I know. Let me see here. Just scooch this over, smidgy widgy. Okay. Scoochy woochy. And yes, I talk like that all the time. Okay, so we're going to go quickly put this bad boy together for you. We're going to take the 3 pieces, and we're going to take Flirty Flamingo ink pad, and we're going to take a real red ink pad, and we're going to use these 2 because they perfectly tie in. What a great accessory. You don't have to think too hard. I take the extra strips that come with these along the bottom, and I make sure I put it here. It's available to put here, but I put it here. I just think that it catches my eye better, but that's just me. I'm a little quirky, remember? Then we're going to take it and we're going to do a little cheat. We're going to take this floral heart and we're going to stamp the back of this basic white really quickly and then huff on it. We're going to put a little bit of moisture back on with our breath and re-stamp it. That is going to give us 1 shade lighter of the Flirty Flamingo. Did you know that? I don't know if you know stamping off technique. And then here I'm going to take the roses that accommodate this stamp set, and we're just going to go ahead and frame it out. There, that's fine. And then we're going to take the words in real red, and we're going to say you are most loved. So few do people hear encouragement this day and age, you guys. Be encouragers. That's my encouragement for you. You like that? Be an encourager. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set you can see through. Isn't that fabulous? I know. And then we're going to say, we're celebrating you. This is a great February birthday card. January birthday card. You can name it. Anniversary. Just for your friend. Galentining it. There you go. Then we're going to take the cutest little heart with the flower there and put it on the Flirty Flamingo. Because I'm not stamping it behind, I don't feel the need to stamp off. Just made it 1 shade lighter when you do, and you don't have to. That's kind of the freedom to this. Then we're going to take Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's see here. My little fingers are getting chilly. Usually my studio is in my attic, and Tracy, you can probably attest to this. Attics can be quite chilly. So usually I have my heaters going for a couple of hours before I come upstairs, especially on a day where the high is 14 degrees. A little chilly today. And we're going to center that right on top of it. Now I want you to see the difference. Okay. This is a regular piece, not embossed. And this is the piece that is embossed. You can see the difference. It's a little different. I'm going to scooch in. Are you ready? Look at the difference here. This is without embossing, and this is with embossing. Just the 2 together, right there. It is just a little bit different, a little bit more luxury, especially since this is a very touchable, interactive card. That's kind of important to note when you're creating it. So this here is going to be hidden behind on that embossed paper, so I am not worried. We're using Stampin' Dimensional adhesive to give it a little bit of depth and interest. So today's high was 14 degrees. Let me tell you, that was actually, you know what, even 14 degrees is not bad. It's when there's wind. If there's no wind, I don't even care. And I'm a California girl. Like, I've only almost spent 3 years here. Can you believe it's been 3 years? There you go, Tracy. What do you guys think so far? Let me know what you think. Now this one here, I'm not going to actually apply it. I'm just going to let you know because I want to write on this and send it to a gal pal. on Galentine's. So we're going to grab our tear tape, and this is where my dyslexia comes into play. I need to always double check. So I know it's going to go on to this side. I'm going to end up putting it just like so. Give it a good rub, and you can just tear it. I like to take my fingernail and run it across that so it can really make contact with that. So I told, when Sabrina and I were talking on the phone, she was like, who is this person that is being introduced to me? And actually I gotta do both sides on this one because it's the back one first. Here. And when we met, she realized I really was. She's totally hippie. My friend Sabrina's like hippie fabulous. She always has this really cool hippie style, but she is classy and tall and willowy and blonde and stunning. And when I go to California, I'm really excited because I get to see a couple of groups of friends of mine, and I'm just so stoked. I love my girls. Friends that you've had and you've lived life through, you know, like that kind of thing. So we have this first one here. Then we're going to place the second one. And that is where we're going to go on this side. I have to actually pay attention because I am going to look at it and put it on the wrong side. I'm just doing the tear tape along one side here because it is a strong 3D box, like designed for a 3D here. Now I can remove it with my fingernail, or you can use take your pick tool to pick off that right there. Just grab it. Have the right tools to use, sisters. Then we're going to take this and place it so that the corners go over the other corner. Right there. By doing it from the bottom up, you have a good foundation to work from. So when you look, this is where it's going to be placed after I'm done writing on it to go inside. And then we have this one right here. Again, make sure you put it on the other side so that when you turn it over, it adheres on. There we go. Oopsie. Right there. I can't believe my baby girl's turning 18, y'all. I just can't believe it. And she started college classes this week. In addition to doing her senior year of high school from home, we homeschool with a very thick and heavy homeschool curriculum that's classical. And I love it. There we go. So we have a stunning two-sided, three-fold, beautiful handmade card that will just give for days. It picks up all of this sparkly designer series paper. It features the embossing on there. It's so elegant to the touch. And then you can write on this, apply it with Stampin' Dimensionals, and send it on its merry way because this will fit into a traditional envelope. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want some more of it? I know I do. Okay. Hi. Okay, so today actually I'm gonna do the other one because it is adhesive down. Oh, I jazzed it up. I put the red rhinestones on with the take your pick tool just to feature a little jazziness. It has sparkle. Bring that sparkle in onto your basic white cardstock with your little bit of rhinestones to spice it up. This is so easy to do, and I love this paper. Now, this is a great project if you don't love the paper. Say you have a collection of designer series paper and you're looking at it and you're like, the sheet doesn't speak to me as much. Because you are covering part of it up, this is a great way to feature all those cohesive colors without taking over and having it. You could just make this piece slightly bigger. These two pieces right here. What do you think? I love that it features both sides of the designer series paper and this beautiful Adoring Hearts collection right here. We have the embossing and the stamping, and because it has gorgeous die cuts, you can do that as well. We will be featuring this bundle inside of our upcoming one-day retreat. So if you're interested in taking it, make sure you let me know. This will be a great card to sit on anybody's counter because it does sit just like that, even on my unstable hands. If you haven't, hi Marlene, do you like it? Rhonda, do you love it? I'm so glad. I do too. I'm easily pleased no matter what my husband and kids say, especially my son. He will be turning 20 in that same month. I signed up while pregnant, and I had my little toddler running around. It was just crazy. And if you didn't know why I signed up, I'll just give you a little secret. My niece, she's kind of a pseudo niece. She was engaged to a gentleman that was deployed. And he sent her a birthday card home using a condolence card. And she said, you never want to receive a sad condolence card from somebody who's deployed. And he just scratched out condolence, like in condolence, or and wrote happy birthday, babe, because it was the only card he had available to him while he was deployed. And so we sent him a bunch of cards. We did this together. We made a few hundred cards, sent it to him and his chaplain of his troop, and then other troops. And we've been supporting soldiers that are deployed for years, and I love it. He did pass away. A Jeep flipped on top of him while she was pregnant with their second child. And so every year they open the box and there's all these beautiful handmade cards made by Aunt Jamie and our Mom's Club girlfriends that were sent to him and others in the world. This has traveled the world, these handmade cards, and it's a card that is just, it says more than it says. Like, you know what I mean? It means a lot to people. So send a card. Others are worth it, but guess what? So are you. You benefit selfishly once you send somebody some encouragement and love, because it comes back to you. I really do believe that. Okay, I'm going to let you go because I have a second live that I'm doing today. Have a good one. God bless. Thank you for joining me. Comment. Let me know what you think. The full supplies and measurements are on my blog right now at gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net. So don't miss out. I will see you guys later. Have a